This is 20th hexagram of I Ching. Its name is Guan. Guan is the opposite hexagram of Ling, which we talked last week. If we turn Ling hexagram upside down, we get this Guan hexagram. Same as we turn Guan upside down, we get Ling hexagram. While Ling hexagram has 4 yin lines on top of 2 yang lines, Guan hexagram has 2 yang lines on top of 4 yin lines. The lower trigram of Guan is Kun. The upper trigram of Guan is Xun. Kun is the ground and Xun is the wind. So the image is the wind blows over the ground. Guan means look up and observe carefully. Guan hexagram is the opposite to Ling hexagram. Ling is the leader coming down to present in person in front of people. Guan is the people looking up to leaders seriously. While Ling is a hexagram of 12 months, Guan is a hexagram of 8 months. Here I use watch as the English name of Guan hexagram. The judgment on Guan hexagram is made ablutions but not the offering, with sincerity and appear in dignity. This judgment is describing leaders' behavior. The king stepped up to a high platform to perform the sacrificial rites. The rites would start with ablution, be followed by offering animals and food, ritual music and dance, ritual decoration, and conclusion. This ritual ceremony in Zhou dynasty is a demonstration of the legality of the king's power. And there would have lots of people watching. The judgment addressed that the king had to make the initial steps in ritual ceremony correctly. The king had to be sincere, appear in dignity. If the king made bad moves at the beginning of the ceremony, the following steps would not help. If the king did make the right moves, the first step, ablution, would have people watching moved already. The power of such ritual actions would like the wind blows over the ground. It went into the mind of people silently, so the people would obey king's rule. The line comments of Guan hexagram mostly described the people to watch, while the judgment addressed the king to be watched. The comment on initial inline of Guan hexagram is to watch like a child, no blame for ordinary people, not good for elites. To watch like a child means to watch without pre-existing expectations or prejudice. It is no problem for people standing under the platform watching up to the king. But for those elites that standing on the platform beside the king, it is not acceptable. They could not watch like a child, but watch in sincerity and dignity. The second line of Guan hexagram is an inline. The comment is, to watch through the crack of the door, it favors sincere woman. If one was watching through the crack of the door, she would not see the whole picture, but only the parts that she liked. From modern psychological studies, we know we usually don't see everything we are watching, but only pay attention to those interested objects. Such a behavior favors sincere women, while it does not favor sincere men. The only explanation I can think of is this is an inline, so it favors the woman. The third line of Guan hexagram is an inline. The comment is to watch one's own life, to advance or to recede. This comment might be a question. It's asking whether to advance or to recede. And the comment did not say which way is the right one. Therefore, it is the time to examine our own life to decide if we should advance or recede according to what had been watched. No matter what was decided, they are good to go. So what's not good is to make no moves, not to advance, and not to recede either. At this time, deep into Guan hexagram, people saw enough to decide whether to advance or to recede. The fourth line of Guan hexagram is also an inline. The comment is to watch the glory of the kingdom. It has advantages as the guest of the king. This is the last inline. The line is close to the next yang line, so it symbolizes the people were very close to the platform, to the king, who saw every details of the ritual ceremony and felt the glory of the kingdom. Those people have the advantages to be a guest of the king, not only as his people under the king's rule. So they should provide advices to support the king, and the king should treat them like a guest and listen to their words. The fifth line of Guan hexagram is a yang line. The comment is, to watch one's own life is no blame for elites. Now we are at the peak of Guan hexagram. It's a yang line. It's for the king and the elites who were standing on the platform being watched by the people. They should also watch themselves, watch their own lives. The king and the elites should examine their own lives because they were watched by people. In other words, those elites on the platform who had power should be aware that their power were being watched. The top line of Guan hexagram is another yang line. The comment is, to watch the life is no blame for elites. At the end of Guan hexagram, the elites do not only watch their own life, but watch lives of all people, including king and the other elites. The elites should just do this. They recorded what they watched in history book. Such a tradition, I think, was coming from Guan hexagram. No other civilizations put so much effort into compiling history books like China. Because in China, for elites, their mission is to watch kings and record them into history books. The 6 lines of Guan hexagram are more on spatial relations than time-wise relation. From initial line to fourth line are from the people standing under the ceremonial platform, getting closer and closer to the center, to the platform. The last two young lines are for the people on the platform. They are watching, examining the king, who should be self-watching while being watched. Guan hexagrams conveys the spirit that the power of ruling class is watched by people. While Guan hexagram and Ling hexagram are opposite hexagrams, they are both addressing the same issue, the dynamics of social structure. The ruler should come close to people to gain their support and educate people as the Ling hexagram. The people would watch the ruler who has to show people they are qualified as the Guan hexagram. Remember, this is I Ching invented 5,000 years ago. It's not exactly the theory of the separation of powers by Rousseau, but the power of a king is restricted. It is restricted by the power of the sky, restricted by the power of the ground, and also restricted by the watch of the people. So to win a broad support from people is very important for a king. And it's also very important for people to watch the rulers. For social elites, they should also examine the life of rulers and record them into history books. That's all for Guan hexagram. Until next time, bye.